I found a box of books that I have not opened since they were packed up over 5 years ago, and I thought it would be fun to go through it and see what I want to keep and give away. So let's see. So these are books that I bought when I was in law school still for the birth of my first child. I wasn't doing a ton of reading, so there's not a ton, but I don't know what's in here. I haven't looked at it since I moved. So let's get into it. I was really big into poetry books, so this does not shock me at all. No clue what this book's about. A signed copy of CJ Box. I've read almost every CJ Box book because he's from Wyoming. I live in Wyoming. It's always fun. So this is a signed copy. Oh yeah, I do think I have the entire Twilight set in here. I like reread it in law school for funsies. Here's Breaking Dawn, Eclipse, and Twilight and New Moon. You're Not That Great by Elon Gale. I was really big into mysteries at the time. So that's what these are. It's been so long. I don't know if I've read either of these, but I don't really read mysteries anymore. Because when your job involves true crime, like you live true crime every day, not so fun to read it. Just reminds you of work. Okay. I remember this one. I have not read it, but I do still want to read this one. I believe this is based on a true story. Good, more mysteries. I also was obsessed with Lee Child books, the Reacher series. I've read almost all those. So I got this one because it had Lee Child. I'm pretty sure I've read it. John Grisham and Another Mystery. Sergeant Reckless. I have read this one. I'll probably keep this one. This was the story of this war horse. My husband was in the Marines, and so Sergeant Reckless was a horse that helped on the front lines of the Marines, and her story still makes me cry to this day every single time I read about it. Yeah. Some Mark Greaney, Where the Sidewalk Ends and Falling Up. Now, I have no clue why. I would imagine, bought these when I found out I was pregnant. These to read to my daughters. Getting down to the end of the box. The Body Keeps the Score. I didn't know I had this one. Completely forgot. This is one I would really like to read because in my job, I think that this is really relevant. Deal with a lot of my clients have a lot of trauma that they are healing from. Probably going to hang on to this one, probably take it to work. Another poetry book. Again, I was huge into this is primarily what I read in law school was poetry. If I was reading something, it was probably poetry. And the final book in there is another. I believe my father-in-law gave me all these ones, so I probably read them. I don't remember them now, 5 years down the road. But hope you enjoyed cleaning out my old box with me.